What's up guys, KROMA here. So I'm going to teach you how to utilize my custom bass patches in Ableton. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm selling some sample packs and preset packs on my website. If you want to follow along, you can head over to my website here, which is KROMA.com. Here's the home page, and you can just click on the sample packs button up here. And we're going to be going through this pack right here. It's called Bass Volume 1. So if you want to follow along, head over here, grab the pack, and then you can come back to the video. First thing you're going to want to do is open up Ableton. I have my Ableton project open here. I'm just going to change the BPM to something that I would like let's do, 140. Sure, that sounds good. Second thing I'm going to do is just make a smaller window to work in because I don't need that big of space. Let's just do 1 bar. I'm going to make sure I have my 16th note grid set. All right, I already have my pack loaded into my places area over here, and I highly recommend you do that. So this is what you do. You click on Add Folder, navigate to the folder that you want to add to your places, in which case this one would be Bass Volume 1, and click Open. And that'll throw it here on the side, and I've already done it, so I'm not going to add it again, but you can see here in my bundle, Archive from the Deep, which incorporates all of the packs that I have up for sale right now. I can quick and easy navigate through all the packs and also audition all the sounds. First thing I'm going to do is kick. Like that one. Drag the kick over, double click on it, make sure to not warp the kick. We don't need to degrade the audio at all. And let's just turn this down a little bit. So let's take a look at the bass pack now. As you can see in the bass pack, there are 3 instruments. So there's 3 bass patches that I've created. And what that means is that when you open up the instrument, there's going to be a whole octave. So basically what I've done is I've created a patch and I've meticulously went through and EQ'd each of the notes all the way through an entire octave independently. So for this example, let's use Mecha Bass. If you're an Ableton user, then you're going to want to navigate here to the Ableton instrument folder. And there you'll find a sampler instrument. If you're a Logic user, then there's going to be one for Logic as well. In a perfect world, you would drag this over to a MIDI layer. As you can see, I have a MIDI layer over here. And it would simply load the instrument. So we've done that here. See now it says KROMAGON Mecha Bass. And you can see right here all of the notes here, all of the samples, and they are laid down the keyboard perfectly. If this is how it works out for you, great. You can play the instrument quite easily and record in a rolling bass or whatever you like. In the rare instance that this doesn't work, like let's say you drag the Ableton instrument in and it says it cannot find the files, or when you go to the zones area, you don't see the samples, we're going to go ahead and create a brand new instrument using these samples. And you can utilize this technique to make your own multi-sampler instruments in the future as well. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up a sampler instrument. So open up a sampler. That you see there's a blank window here ready to drop samples in. We're going to click this zones area, and this is where you're going to be able to add multiple samples inside of a sampler and utilize them in the correct place of the keyboard. Let's navigate now to our bass patch that we're going to use. We're going to remake the Mecha Bass patch. So what we want to do is we want to highlight all of these samples right here. See it says C1 to B1. So let's just do that. I'm going to click on C1, and then I'm going to click and hold Shift and click on B to highlight all of them. Just drag them down right here. So you see they're all highlighted. Let's keep them all highlighted for now. We want to go down to our root key position right here, and let's just bring this down to C1. We're going to use C1 because that is the proper placement for the notes that I made. I made this bass in C1, so I want to kind of keep it uniform. So as you can see now, we have these green bars that go all the way across. What these green bars are the place in which the notes are going to be mapped on the keyboard. So right now, as you can see, the green bars on each of these samples here are going across the entire keyboard right here. What's going to happen is when we play any note on the keyboard, we're going to get every note played on top of each other. So that kind of sounds like this. Right? Sounds like crap. Because we're going to map it properly. So this is very simple. All it takes is first off selecting all of these notes by pressing Shift and click. And we are going to just drag the end of the green bars here to our root note, which is C1. And we're going to just grab the ends of the other side, and we're just going to bring that all the way down until it's nice and tiny, all the way down till it can't go anymore to C1. Now what is happening is all of these samples are only going to be playing on one note. So as you can see, C1 is the note that we have it highlighted on. If I was to play another note, see that red is me playing another note, there's no sound, right? So we're going to map each of these samples down the keyboard. So let's just do it really quick right now. So we're going to click on the second note here, C sharp. Move our cursor over the green bar until we get this icon. And we're just going to move it over. Keep doing that for all of the notes here. So you can see that was C sharp. We got D now. Let's click on D. Let's get that little icon going. And you see it says D right there. As we move, we can see the notes. So I'm just going to do that really quick for all of these. D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and finally B in the right spot. So now what we get is this entire octave of C1 all the way to C2 has been mapped with a note. So as if I was to play it now, you can hear all the different notes. So this instrument is now complete. If I were you, I would save it. So what you can do is you can just click on this little floppy disk right here, click save. You can see it's called KROMAGON Mecha Bass. It says C1 there because it reads the first sample that you put in there. But this is not C1. This is just going to be Mecha Bass Instrument. Instrument. Make sure there's a space there. If I was to add that preset that we just made, it'll automatically have all that mapped. So let's just go ahead and try. How you'd find that patch that you just saved is going to be under User Library. Then it's going to be under Presets. Then it's going to be under Instruments. And then Sampler. And you can see all the different sampler instruments I've made. Ours, we did Mecha Bass right here. So I'm just going to grab that, drop it right in here. And we have the instrument proper. All right, so now that we have the instrument saved, I want to go ahead and teach you about these bonus MIDI grooves that I added in here. So let's just close all this and navigate just to the MIDI grooves area. So what the MIDI grooves are all of the standardized psytrance grooves already created. Now, these are for people who maybe don't know what a rolling bass would look like or what an offbeat bass would look like. In other words, where to put it in the grid right here. And it's also for people who are interested in maybe making a bass melody. These are some good starting points. I'll just go ahead and click and drag over this offbeat bass MIDI. I dragged it over and it asked me, do I want to import the time signature data? So that means that I have created this MIDI file right here at a certain BPM, probably 136 or something like that. But our track is at 140, and it's often that your track is going to be your own BPM, 150, 148, 132, whatever you want to do. So you're going to want to select no, because we want to keep that 140 BPM here. I want to tell you right now that if you're in Ableton and you are wanting to use these MIDI grooves, you have to navigate to the MIDI grooves through this places area. If you don't, then it's going to glitch out your Ableton. Watch, I'll go ahead and show you. Open up my presets pack right here, bass lines, MIDI grooves, and I'll just take this straight groove here, drag it in. No, I don't. And now you can see that I can't grab this, right? I have to double click on everything before I can use it. Nothing's working. It's almost as if Ableton is frozen, right? And I don't know why this happens, but this happens when you drag in the MIDI from a folder on your computer. You must navigate to the MIDI through the places area. All right, so that should conclude this tutorial. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon.